Hi, everyone. Welcome to this monthly Nurture Share musing on a topic that I hope will support you in your growth and your creation of a prosperous, joy-filled life and business. So this month, I want to share a story that happened to me recently, which I've had a lot of experience in holistic healing and sort of quantum leaps of surprises within my own body and within my building my own business. And yet again, it happened. Another significant thing happened where I was like, oh my God, here it is again. The clarity that we have within ourselves and our ability to listen to and follow that clarity. So if you've done my movement practice with me, moving with innate wisdom, if you've been in a program or even a free workshop with me, you may have heard me ask the question of what do you want? And the movement practice that I have developed over many, many years now, almost 3 decades of teaching, which is kind of crazy to say, is called Moving with Innate Wisdom. And the basic premise is that we all have an innate wisdom, even an intuitive guidance system that is always directing us towards our fullest expression, our best health, our highest potential. So my story begins with injuring myself this past December. I was taking a dance class. That was like the thing I wanted to do. I got over my fear because it's not something I do really regularly anymore. And nor did I was teaching a lot, but I wasn't taking as many classes while I was living in New York City. But I went to take a class and I probably pushed it a little too hard. It was just so exciting and really fun. And I hurt my left side, like my whole left pelvis and hip area just was really wonky. I tried to take the class again. The next week I had to stop early because I was like, oh my gosh, I did something. And I saw various people to help me work it out, heal it. And over the holidays, it was still hurting, the end of the year holidays last December. I was also at the same time reading a book by a transformational speaker and coach or guide. And I had this instinct, this is early January now, where I was like, I wonder what this person is up to, if there's any live events I could go to. So I went to their website, found an event that was happening in a week. I was like, do I want to go to this? And I sat on it, not for too long, because it was actually just a week away. And I met a friend of mine for coffee and had him ask me, should I go to Sedona? Not should. Do I want to go to Sedona? I had him ask me that, and my clear answer was yes. So this is Monday. I booked my flight, bought the ticket to go to the event, which they closed within an hour after I bought my ticket. Found a place to stay and flew myself to Sedona, Arizona. And as I'm driving my car 2 hours from Phoenix, from the airport, my rental car to Sedona, I still feel my left side hurts. I'm sitting in the car. It's uncomfortable. We had a group dinner that night, the group of 30 of us. The next day we were in a room sitting together from, I don't know, it was like 9 or 10 a.m. until at least 7 p.m. My left side is hurting. And then on the second full day, I had a realization in the morning. I was thinking about joy, which has been an interest of mine also for a very long time, and how it lives in the body and how we access it. And I was thinking about a movie. And my realization, it's The Alpinist, if you haven't seen it, and I won't give it away, but what happens in the documentary, but my realization of the mirror that movie was for me was, are we ready as a collective for doing things from joy? Are we ready to live really thoroughly from joy? And it moves me to say this because it really hit something in me, like something clicked. This was the morning of the second day of this event. So we go into the second day, and I end up getting on stage in the hot seat, so to speak. And I made a decision. I decided I wasn't going to offer a program that I had been running, and I was going to start it this year, early this year again. And I just made this decision. I said, I don't want to do it. And so I dropped it. I talked to, people who had signed up and said, we're not doing it. But I made this decision there. I decided on that. And I also spoke about the possibility of something else I want to do in my future. And I gave a very spontaneous, impromptu speech on joy and how we ourselves are the ultimate creation of our lives. Not the things we make, not the things we do, but you are the ultimate creation of your life and how you tend to that. And I was moved in doing the impromptu speech. People were crying in the audience. People thanked me, hugged me afterwards. And it was the same thing I do with dancing. I opened up to something larger than myself and let it move through me. That was my goal, still is my goal in my life, but also in my dancing, because I got injured a fair amount. And it always led me to that question of how can I become available to this greater thing? So I make this decision that I'm not going to do the course on stage. It was a pretty intimate event, not more than 30, 35 people in the room, but this is these events that this person leads, there usually are like 1,400 people. So, it was a nice little short meeting, or intimate meeting, I should say. And after I did that, after I did this speech, I ended up leading an impromptu meditation with this person on stage. I ended up sharing some of my movement practice with the group that was there. And then we flowed right into a break because a lot had come up in my little hot seat turn. And after that, all of the pain in my left side went away. And this was the moment again of, oh, here it is, right? This pain giving me a message, an indication of something that I can listen to. And I've known this for years, from working with a wonderful practitioner in New York City for 21 years while I was there, going to see him for some back pain, and that starting to unravel a new healthy relationship to the emotion of anger. So all of these things are connected, and there were various pieces that were coming together. Like another colleague I was working with, we were talking about left side and receiving, and I was like, oh man, my left side has been working way too hard. So then, just the accumulation of these different pieces and this decision to go to this event, and it didn't make sense. I had to move things in my calendar. I had to book a last minute flight, housing, a rental car, missed the early bird deadline for the event. So I ended up paying significantly more to attend. But it was so worth it to me to have this realization. What if we could live our lives from joy and from ease and lean into the trust of that? Can we be part of a new collective consciousness that supports that? And this support can happen on a daily micro level, and it lends itself right into how we tend to our professional lives, the businesses that we're running, the creative projects that we are bringing into the world. Can there be a consciousness of joy underneath all of that? And I'm reminded of a quote, Deepak Chopra quote, which I may misstate here, but it's something like happiness is for a reason. Joy is happiness for no reason. So my interest is in cultivating that. And again, my body gave me this really wonderful experience of having pain, which is always a guidance system in and of itself, right? There's always a gift in the challenge, in the pain, the injury, the thing that might seem like a door is closing. There's always a gift. I learned this also very consciously from this practitioner I worked with in New York for 2 decades. There's always a gift in the wound, always a gift in the challenge. So my body was that indicator, and it led me to, I got out of the way. I said yes to something that didn't make sense. And I had a great realization. I had a fantastic awareness, and the pain in my body went away. And now I can share with you this question and this intention, an invitation to look at your life and ask yourself, is there something you're doing doesn't give you a high level of joy? Is it the thing that you spend the majority of your time doing? Or is there something that you know you love, but you just can't seem to get the joy or the alignment in place to support it? That's something I'm thinking about clients I've worked with too, where it's like they know this is the thing they want to do. But we go in there and we look at mindset, we look at structures and systems to make sure that it actually is delivering the joy, delivering the satisfaction, delivering the sense of purpose and connection. And also, of course, the ability to create the life, design the life and the lifestyle that a person wants. So I hope this gives you something to think about. If it is helpful to you, please let me know, share a comment, share this with a friend, ask a question. I want to hear your stories of transformation too, or maybe like there's little things that this is awakening within you. Oh, okay, maybe there's a different decision to be made around this. Maybe I drop this, or maybe I say yes to this other thing. And in doing so, you allow yourself to step into the ongoing, constant transformation that is connected to living a life of joy. Have a beautiful day, and thank you for listening.